What's up, my fellow traders? Hope you all having an awesome weekend. So a quick update here on nat gas, gold, silver, crude oil. But as always on the weekend, I want to show you the zones I sent to the members, the way we enter the trades, and how powerful these zones reacted out this week. By the way, I had sent 3 trade alerts this week and all 3 hit stop loss. That is why I always say that it is not a single group. All you need to see and learn the entry patterns out of those trade alerts. And with that, we had the other nice opportunities in the market other than these 3 forex pair I've sent. We had a similar entry patterns, lots of conditions, and price did hit my take profit exactly with the same rules. So make sure you understand the trade alerts you receive, and make sure when you receive these zones you pay attention to it and enter your trade according to that. And if you're still confused, you can always DM me on Instagram. I'll get back to you. That is why you pay in this group, so that you can learn something out of it. So with that being said, let's start with the forex pairs. This week almost all the forex pair hit the targets this week. That is why I want to start with forex pair first. So the first one I want to show you is AUD CAD. So this was the zone I've sent to the members that I'm going to enter my trade once price come back to this area of value, and if we have a reason to enter within this area of value, we are going to enter this trade. So I did not send this trade as a trade alert, but as you can see, we had a perfect entry condition on 4-hour time frame, and the zone was sent on a daily time frame. But if you see here, it is exactly the same entry pattern you learn in the trade alert. That is why you need to see and learn out of this group. We had a nice swing high in golfer, and with that, price did push down out of my zone around 95 pips out of this zone, and that was one take profit hit if you have seen and entered this trade. Let me show you another one right here. GBP NZD. I've sent this zone to the members that I'm expecting a price to push down out of this zone. Once the price hit this zone, we are going to enter our trade. But as you can see, we did not get an entry reason, but that is why I'll be still looking to enter my trade out of this zone. But it did reacted nicely, and price did push down 136 pips. GBP AUD, this pair has pushed up massively out of my zone and pushed up some nice amount of pips. Let me show you that. Price was somewhere here. It was on daily time frame right here. It was here, and then if you see, the price came back to the zone. I've already mentioned the members that if the price pulled back to the zone, I'm going to enter my buy trade. And if you see, the price did come back, and with that, price pushed up 426 pips. Insane amount of pips the price has pushed up out of this zone and reacted nicely out of this zone. Next up, USD CAD. So this was a trade alert I've sent to the member, a losing trade alert right here. We had an entry, but that hit my stop loss. But what do we have after that? Price did push down in the zone, form a double bottom pattern. With that, the price hit our take profit. This was a trade I personally entered, and if you follow me in the priority group for quite a while, you know that it is a valid double bottom condition that happened in the zone area of value, and price did pushed up, hitting my 55 pips take profit, but it did pushed up around 77 to 78 pips out of my zone. So as you can see, almost all the pairs has reacted nicely out of the zones I've sent to the members. There are also a few other pairs, but I'm still waiting for that to reach the area of values. That is why I just want to show you these pairs. The one has reacted nicely out of my zone. So the last one is right here, copper. So right here, as you can see, we were paying attention to the zone below right here, and the price was around here. I've informed the members that if the price come back and push down to this zone, we're going to enter our trade with one of the entry condition on smaller time frame. And as you can see, the price did pushed up from here, this pin bar, 25% candle, and that is enough to hit your target if you ever enter above few pips above that. And right here, price did reacted out of this zone. The other commodity zones are still intact. I'm still paying attention to those zones to enter my trade, but so far the copper has only reacted out of this zone, and that is what we had this week. So that was a quick trade results we had this week. Again, guys, if you are joining the priority group, do not take it as a single group. Make sure you learn out of this group and ask me questions if you have any confusions. So with that being said, let's start analysis, starting with natural gas. So what do we have right here? After a nice fall of this wedge I've mentioned in my last video, price has pushed down and fall dramatically here and stopped at the zone I've mentioned in my last video, which is a level of minor support, not a major support. But I'm still paying attention to this zone, looking at the fact the price did reacted out of this zone in the past as a support and resistance. So that is why I'm paying attention to this zone, looking at this bearish pressure right here, big momentum candle. I'm expecting a price can maybe open in gap down somewhere here. If that happens, we are still in the buying zone, and I'll be still looking to enter my buy trade with one of the entry condition like bullish engulfers or my double bottom entry pattern. So once we have that, I will enter my buy trade. I'm not taking this as an entry at this point because the market has already closed, and that is why I want to see how it opens. If it opens in gap down, that is likely, then I will be looking to enter my buy trades, and I'm not expecting a very big target, a reversal. It can happen, but I'm not expecting that. Looking at a strong downtrend since a while and looking at it is a minor support, that is why we can expect an entry and then pull back. That is enough to hit your target. That is why it's always good to have your take profit set. So if the price pull up and hit your take profit and then falls, in that case you have the money in your account rather than regretting that I did not set my stop loss and take profit. So it's very important, once we have a condition, set your stop loss and take profit both. So this whole zone is my buying zone. In case you missed this zone, it is 1.818 goes up to 1.957. This is the minor support zone. For now, I'm just paying attention to this zone to take my possible trade. If the price dramatically falls, then we have this zone below, which is a major level of support, which is quite far at this point. So just look for an entry condition here in this area of value. Now here on currency.com, price is still above the area of value. That is why I'm not taking that pin bar as an entry, because it might push down to this zone here on currency.com, which is 2.037. That goes down to 1.923. Price can hit this zone or it can open in gap, and then the price might drop down to the lower level of this support area, and then in that case we will have a price in the level of support on both platforms. Once we have the good condition, I will enter my buy trade. So keep an eye here, have the zones on your charts. Let's check gold. Right, so for gold, it is still above the level of trend continuation zone. I'm still looking for my buy condition from this zone. This zone is 2005.83, goes down to 1990.41. So have these zones on your charts. Price can still push down in this zone and form a nice bullish engulfer, and then price can likely to push up from here. Again, not selling gold at this point. Price is above all the EMAs. Price is above the level of support that has recently broken as a resistance that will now act as a support. So looking at all that, I'm expecting a pullback, maybe hit 50 EMA and then a push up again. If you are learning my full course, you know we have an entry condition, which is the RSI U-turn strategy. Talking about that, I'm working on my website, and I'm hoping that it will be up and running by tomorrow. I'm also trying to get another website as a backup, so that if that happens in future, we have a backup there. But I've also hired another developer who is fixing my code. I'm hoping to get that up and running by today or tomorrow. So keep looking for buy condition for gold. If you see this pin bar, it is one of the entry condition, but in that case I enter few pips above and my order wouldn't have been hit but just fall from here. So that is why it's always good to enter few pips above if you are taking an entry as a pin bar or a 382 candles. Let's check silver. So silver is still good, looking good to me, and this zone, the trend continuation zone, is 24.66, goes down to 23.88. This is the zone from where I'm looking to enter my buy trade. Price can still push down to 50 EMA and then pull up again. So that is why I'm just looking to enter my buy trade, not selling until the price is completely broken below the EMAs and this zone. Let's check crude oil. So crude oil is now in the level of major resistance, a very strong level and a weekly level as well. Price is just ranging in between this zone right here, this box. If we have a breakout below this box and candle closes below this box, in that case we have an entry at the close of this candle, and I'm expecting a price to fall at least 1 ATR from here. So this whole zone is my selling zone, which is 80.10, that goes up to 83.22. if the price pushes up in this zone, forms a bearish engulfers or my double top, in that case I will enter my sell trade as well. Or if it forms inverted hammer, 382 candles or a pin bar, in that case that is also one of my entry condition. That is a weird candle anyway. So that is it for commodities, guys. Any questions, any confusions, you can DM me on Instagram. I'll get back to ASAP. Hope you trade green and have an awesome weekend. See you guys in the next video. Take care.